Hello friends, if you're new to my channel, welcome. If you are a fan or a subscriber, welcome back and thank you for the patronage. I deeply appreciate it. I hope you enjoy today's episode. It is the fall of the Knights Templar. Nothing else I need to say at the moment, so let's get on with the video. Theobald Godin died in April of either 1292 or 1293. His successor, Jacques de Molay, is probably the most famous Templar Grand Master. Sadly, he was also the last. Jacques was likely around 50 when he was elected and had joined about 30 years before his election. He joined the order in 1265. His sole concern was regaining the Holy Land. With this in mind, there was much talk of merging the military orders. The church saw the bickering between the temple and hospital as the main reason they lost the Holy Land. Needless to say, neither was thrilled with the idea. All three military orders, the Templars, Hospitallers, and Teutonic Knights, tried to establish themselves in new territory after 1291. Even though the Templars had sold Cyprus to Richard the Lionhearted in 1192, they had retained some property on the island, and Limassol became their new headquarters. However, they soon found themselves embroiled in local politics. Henry, King of Cyprus, did not like having the Templars on his island, and he complained against them in 1298, citing greed and arrogance. There was a coup in 1306, and the Templar-supported Aimery, brother of Henry, was installed as king. In 1294 to 1295, Jacques de Molay traveled to the west to get more support for the order, arriving in Rome in December of 1294, just as Boniface VIII was invested in the papacy. The new pope granted the Templars the same rights on Cyprus as they had in the Holy Land. Charles II of Naples exempted the Templars from paying taxes on food, and Edward I of England exempted them from paying taxes on funds going from London to Cyprus, as well as promising an army for a new crusade after he dealt with the French and the Scots. The Templars started building up a military presence in the east in 1300. They believed that the Mongols would return, win back Jerusalem from the Mamluks, and return it to the Franks. They began raids on the coastal cities of Egypt and Syria in the summer of 1300, and they started preparations to invade the mainland in November. With this in mind, the Templars sent 600 knights to Ruad, who were to wait for the Mongol army. However, the Mongols were delayed, and so the Templars, tired of waiting, returned to Cyprus. In addition, the use of Ruad alerted the Mamluks to the strategic importance of the island. In 1302, the Mamluks wiped out the Templar garrison there, the very last Templar holding in the Holy Land. In 1305, Clement V was elected Pope. Boniface had left the military orders alone, but Clement started talking about merging them. He asked both Grand Masters about their opinion, and as expected, de Molay was against it. Clement also asked about a new crusade. Given the loss of Ruad, de Molay replied that it would be best to have an open crusade where anyone could join, much like the first. Clement was not convinced and invited de Molay and the hospital's Grand Master to a meeting in France. De Molay arrived in late 1306 or early 1307, but the hospital Grand Master was delayed. During this delay, de Molay and the Pope discussed a third matter. 2 years earlier, allegations cropped up that there was gross misconduct in the Knights Templar. De Molay asked the Pope to look into it. On August 24th, the Pope wrote to the French King, Philip IV, that he could not believe the allegations made against the Templars, but he was starting an inquiry. He then told the king not to take any further action. Philip, however, did not listen. On Friday, October 13th, his soldiers arrested all the Templars in France, including Jacques de Molay, on charges of heresy, sodomy, and blasphemy. And yes, this is where the superstition of unlucky Friday the 13th comes from. That's it for today. If you like this kind of content, please hit the like button, press the subscribe button, and if you would like to know when I come out with new content, please hit the bell next to the subscribe button. My Twitter, Discord, email, and PayPal links are in the description, along with the source that I used for this episode. Please leave comments in the comment section. I love hearing from you. My next Knights Templar video will be my last. It will be on the trial, so stay tuned for that. You don't want to miss it. Question everything and never be afraid. Here are a couple of videos from my library. If you have not watched them yet, go ahead and watch them and tell me what you think. Until later, friends. Goodbye.